Virgo, we will now be exploring love and then career in a little bit more detail and see what's coming up around you. Let's give the cards a good shuffle and we'll see what comes up. So let's have a look at love, Virgo. What's coming up in love for you? Okay. Card flip over, Five of Chalices. I'm losing touch with something here. Okay, Aries has come up twice, the Magician and the Emperor here. There's something to do with the loss, but you also have gain, and gain has come up with the Ace of Chalices. Now, I feel like there might be someone taking time away. Some of you might lose an emotional connection. It's not what it once was in the past. Okay, the moon can be the past. It can be the sign of Cancer coming forward here. But I feel like some of you are healing the past somehow or still mourning the past. But we've got Five of Chalices. I feel like you're losing something here. Some of you may want to reopen the door to the past. I feel like there's the door here, the Judgment card. I do want to say, Virgo, some of you may make the, a bad or a good judgment call. It's not the judgment call you had hoped for, and you're going to make that call. But you actually might lose a connection, because I think with the Six of Pentacles, you can't give anymore. You've given a lot to this person, to this new chapter. But I think with the Four of Chalices, it's not always an easy realization, but I think that's what you're going to discover during this time. Almost like you need to let go of the past, or you need to let go of an attachment that does not serve you anymore. The Magician often is seen as the manipulator, so I think in some ways you've tried to keep the magic alive, Virgo. You've tried to keep that, but for some of you, there could be needing to let go emotionally. Now, maybe there's not an actual physical walking away, but there is some sort of emotional detachment that you'll come to experience. But for some of you, there is a brand new romance coming in. Can be with an Aries, and it may start off as a very strong attraction, but this person is bringing the Ace of Chalices with them. So there is a new beginning here, Virgo. The Magician manifests things very quickly. So if you are saying goodbye to someone, or you are finding that you're detaching emotionally from a person, or they are, I feel like there is a new beginning in store for you. But I do want to say the past can come back in. I just wonder what kind of energy this person is bringing, because sometimes the Queen of Wands can be seen as quite demanding in a way. And interestingly, she sits right below the Devil card. Or you might meet someone new, but they have a lot of demands. And you'll have to sort of think and contemplate whether you're in a position to give so much of yourself as you have done before. And maybe it wasn't appreciated from a previous person, Virgo. Maybe that's the issue that you're wrestling with here. Because that moon is very large here again. I don't know if there's two people or two connections from your past. You may even give a connection another go, another attempt, especially if you've been married or you've had a long or extensive romantic history with someone. The World card is telling me that the opportunity to be together or to reconcile could come up again. You'll open the door to it. But some of you, you won't have that. You won't have what you previously have had. It's almost like you've lost it. You can't get it back, and I feel like you're trying to keep up appearances with the Magician. You're trying very hard to make things work and make it okay again. When really, it may not necessarily work that way. So a very interesting, I think, month for you. Very up and down, I think, Virgo. Let's move on, though, to your career, business, and finance and see what's coming up around you for that. Okay, Seven of Wands, there is a bit of scattered energy. I feel you can see that they're scattered all around in work or career. Eight of Swords, Seven of Swords, okay, that deception, okay, the Hangman. There's some sort of punishment, but it'll be followed by healing, which is good. Okay, consequences or repercussions are coming up around you. You may be the one that will have to punish or reprimand someone in the workplace or in your business or company. You might be the one that's reprimanded or punished in a way because there's possible deceptions. The Three of Cups have come up twice, so there's a strong energy or there's a strong symbolism here of a collaborative environment. So new projects, there could be up to 3 people working on this project, but there could be tensions. Tensions could arise between in this project with the people that you're working with. He takes what he's not allowed to take. So I feel like there could be a bit of competition because Aries energy is competitive. So I'm wondering if someone with the World card will see the way you're doing things and maybe even replicate or copy them in one way or another. But the Eight of Swords, it can be anxiety, uncertainty. I definitely feel communication isn't very smooth in regards to maybe the interview process, probations, documents, emails, correspondence, and follow-ups. So you might have to be more attentive to that, Virgo. There could be an Aquarius coming in as well around you in the workplace. But the Star card is healing. It is fame. It is an element of exposure. So it's either something that's been taboo or, you know, frowned upon, like conflict of interest, breaking boundaries in the workplace, you know, harassment even. These might come to exposure because the Star card is here. But what I love about this is that you will find resolution. Some of you, I feel like there is, you know, the Hangman suffers here. So there's something that you'll have to bear the grunt of this, Virgo. You'll have to go through that punishment. There could be a major lesson that you need to learn, maybe in career or money making or something like that. And then, I mean, but the Star card, like I said, it can bring healing, but it can also be the concept of destiny. And I love that it sits in the World card because I feel like there might be signs from the world around you, from the universe, for you to follow a certain path, especially if you felt like you haven't had direction and you've sort of been putting off any changes, or you've been, you know, people have taken you for granted and used you in a way, even though that's not where your passion lies. If that's the case, and I think things are looking up. Seven of Wands, yes, a bit of scattered energy to get you to that place. But the Three of Cups shows that there is an enjoyment, relief in this work setting or in this career orientation in some way. So I feel like the outcome, the ultimate outcome here, Virgo, is a pretty good one. But that's not to say you won't be involved in certain tricky situations, because you very well could be. That's what the Hangman brings. It can also be delays. But I feel like it's next to the Star card, so it could very well indicate that delays are almost destined. So maybe this is like a blessing in disguise if there's delays with loans or paperwork or creditors or responses or the application process. Maybe it's supposed to be this way, Virgo. And maybe, just maybe, you don't see it now. You know, you don't understand it, you don't see it now. But the future, the World card, maybe there's a better opportunity, a different opportunity that you are destined to take, or another path you were meant to travel down. So pay attention to these signs from the universe, I feel, in relation to this area of your life. So thank you again, Virgo, for tuning in.